Major insurgent attacks cross-border operations Iranian-US conflict. The 2021 Baghdad bombings were terrorist attacks that occurred on the 21st of January 2021. Carried out by two suicide bombers at an open-air market in central Baghdad, Iraq. They killed at least 32 people and injured another 110. The capital city had seen no suicide bombings since a 2019 attack. Since late 2017, the period in which the Islamic State was defeated, terrorist attacks in Iraq became rare. From 2003 to 2017, attacks were common in the entire country, with Baghdad and nearby cities being the main targets. The last major deadly attack against civilians, during the post-war period, occurred in January 2018 at the same location, leaving at least 35 people dead. In the early hours of the morning, a clothing market in Tahrir Square, central Baghdad, was crowded as people were shopping after the market recently reopened, after being closed for about a year due to the COVID-19 pandemic in Iraq. An attacker entered and yelled, "My stomach is hurting." Quote. In Arabic, as nearby people got close to him, he pressed a detonator in his hand and blew himself up, killing several people. A second suicide bomber then struck and killed people who were helping victims of the first bombing. 32 civilians were killed and more than 110 others wounded in the bombings, several of whom are in critical conditions. A Mark news agency credited Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant bombers. The claim, which was released hours after the attack, stated that the organization targeted Shia Muslims. This was later backed up by an official statement from ISIL claiming responsibility for both attacks. The Kataib Hezbollah militia accused the United States, Israel and Saudi Arabia of being responsible for the attack, vowing to transfer the battle into Saudi Arabia. On the 22nd of January 2021, missile and drone strikes targeted Saudi capital Riyadh. Iraqi militia, the True Promise Brigades, claimed responsibility and said the attacks were done as revenge for the bombings done by ISIL, which they accuse Riyadh of supporting. Saudi government held the Yemeni Houthi movement responsible, but the Houthis denied launching the strike. On the 28th of January, Abu Yasser al-Isawi, a senior ISIS commander, was killed by Iraqi forces in Al-Chai Valley, southern Kirkuk, Bahrain, Canada, Egypt, France, Iran, Kuwait, Jordan, Lebanon, Malaysia, Tunisia, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, the United States, Yemen, as well as the partially recognized State of Palestine condemned the attacks. The Gulf Cooperation Council condemned the attack, with the Secretary-General Naif al-Hajraf offering condolences and sympathy to the families of the victims and wished the injured a speedy recovery.